Hello everyone. In this video we are going to see that how we can configure the Amazon RDS, that is Relational Database Service, with our WordPress website so that WordPress will store their data into AWS RDS. So let's get started. So to configure the Amazon RDS with our WordPress website, we need to follow some steps. That is, first we need to create a relational database into AWS, then we need to configure a WordPress website, and at the last we need to connect our WordPress website to our relational database. So let's proceed. So first we will need to create an RDS. So let's sign in into our AWS console, and here in this search box type RDS. So you will find this and then click on this. And now we need to create a database. So for this, click on databases, and then here click on this create database button. So for this practical I am going to use MySQL. So click on it, and there are three templates. Basically the first one is for production, the second one is for development and testing, and the third one is free tier. So for this practical we are going to use the free tier version, and then we have to name the database. So I leave it as default, and now here we have to choose the root account and the root password. So for root user, that is master username, so I left it as admin, and now we have to give the master password. We have also the option of auto generated password, so AWS will generate a password for our database, but this time I don't want to generate a password. I will type it manually. So here I am typing my password, then we have to confirm our password, and now we have to select the size of our database. So its minimum allocation value is 20 GB by default, and the maximum storage, so I don't need 1000 GB, I just put it 21 GB, which is the minimum limit. After that, here in public access we need to click on this yes, so that we are able to connect with our database, and then all the things left it as it is, and then click on create database. So now our database is creating, and it approximately takes 5 to 10 minutes, so we have to wait it. So while it's creating the database, let's configure our web server for the WordPress website. So here I am typing EC2. So let's launch an EC2 instance inside which we will configure the WordPress website. So click on this launch instance button, and for this practical I am going to use the Amazon Linux 2. So click on select. I am going to use the T2 micro, and now let's configure the security group. So here I am going to add one more rule, that is for HTTP, so that we are able to connect with our instance, and I am allowing it to anywhere. So let's name this security group as WordPress, and description also WordPress security group. Then click on review and launch. So our instance get launched, and now we have to wait for some time so that it comes into the running state. So let me rename it. So now it's come into the running state, so let's connect with this instance. So for this, click on this instance name and then click on connect button, and then for SSH client, so just copy this command and open a new terminal, and let's SSH into that instance. Yeah. So now we have entered in our virtual machine, and now we have to configure the LAMP server so that our WordPress will run on it. So for configuring the LAMP server, I am using the official documentation of AWS, and I will share the link of this documentation into the description box. So let's start configuring the LAMP server. So for this we need to update our instance. So our instance get updated, and now let's install the required software. So for this, copy the second command and paste it. So it will install the required packages like PHP, MySQL client and the other packages. After this we need to install the HTTPD web server. So for this, copy this command and paste it. And now we have to enable the HTTPD service. So for starting and enabling the HTTPD service, we need to write this command, that is systemctl enable HTTPD, and we want to start it also. So for that, type double hyphen and then type now, and then press enter. And this command will do two things simultaneously, that it will enable the HTTPD service as well as it also starts the HTTPD service for us. And now if I copy this command and paste it, so here we can see that it's enabled and it's started also. Now we have to give some required permissions. So we have configured the LAMP server successfully, and for checking it that it is working or not, we need to open this page. So for this, open a new tab and type the IP of your instance. So you will get the IP of instance from this panel. So copy your public IP. Now paste your public IP, and we need to go to this page, that is phpinfo.php, and then press enter. And if this web page is coming, it means that our LAMP server is get configured successfully, and now we need to install the WordPress into it. So for installing the WordPress, here is the official site of WordPress from which I am going to download the WordPress latest version, and I will also put this link into the description box, so please make sure to check it. So for installing the WordPress, I am going to use this command, that is wget. So before downloading it, let's move to a folder, that is /var/www/html, and inside this folder I am going to download the WordPress. So just paste the command and press enter. So here we can see that now this zip is downloaded, and now we need to unzip it. So for this, type the command tar-xvf, then the name of the tar file, and then press enter. So now our WordPress website is get extracted, and we can also see from this that this WordPress folder is come. So our WordPress is extracted successfully into this folder, and now we need to open this index.php to configure the WordPress website. But before opening this web page, let's make sure that we are able to connect with our database or not. So for this, go to your RDS, and here click on the database name which we have created earlier. And we need to copy this endpoint. So copy this endpoint, and here type a command, that is mysql-h means host, and then provide this database endpoint, and then press -u and then username. So in my case it is admin. After that, for password type -p and then press enter. So it will ask for the password. So type your password and then press enter. So we are able to connect with our relational database. So inside this RDS, we need to create a database with the name of WordPress, or you can create with any name which you want. So here I am going to create a database. So for this, type create database and then name of the database. So here I am giving WordPress and then press enter. So our database is created inside this RDS. And now let's open this index.php page so that we can connect the RDS to our WordPress website. So for this, go to your web browser, and here after the IP name, we need to provide the path of this index.php. So we are currently inside the WordPress website, so we need to copy this WordPress, and after WordPress we want to open this index.php. So type here index.php and then press enter. So our WordPress is coming, and now we need to connect with our RDS. So for this, click on let's go, and here type the database name. So I've created the database with the same name as WordPress, and inside the username, my username is admin, and here we have to type the password. So my password is codeops123, and in the database host we need to provide the RDS endpoint. So copy the RDS endpoint and paste it here, and then click on submit. So our WordPress is connected with our RDS, and we need to store this configuration file. So for this, we need to create a file with the name of wp-config.php. So come inside the directory, that is inside WordPress. So this is our WordPress directory, and here we need to create a file. So I am using vim, then paste the name which you have copied from there, and inside this file we need to copy this content. So copy the content of this configuration file, paste it here and save this file. So we have saved our WordPress configuration file in the directory, and now we need to just run the installation. So it will ask for some more detail, that is site title. So here I am giving codeops, and in username codeops, and I don't want to use this password, so here I am giving codeops123. In email, here I am typing codeops@abc.com, and then click on this install WordPress. And let's log in into our WordPress panel. So here provide the credentials and then click on login. So now our WordPress admin panel is opened. So now let's move to our website. So this is our WordPress website, which is created by default by the WordPress. So I hope you learned that how we can connect the relational database service with our WordPress website. And I hope that you like this video. So please make sure to subscribe this channel and hit the bell icon. And thanks for watching.